Hello, this is Yang. Today I'm going to present my capstone project. It is consisted with 4 parts. The first one is Who am I? The second is SMART goals, and third one is university plan, and last one is online learning. Let's get started. In Who am I part, I have 5 small points to mention. Communication. My strength is that I am an active speaker and good listener. For example, when I'm in the student union meetings or other meetings, I feel free to talk and try to include everyone in the conversation. And when others are sharing their points, I nod my head and take notes to show my respect. And I have something else to add to that point, or I disagreed with that idea. I use polite words like what about, like shall we? And my weakness is that I do not like to talk with people I do not know, especially English. Once I went to an UN conference in Hangzhou City, and I grouped with other 5 strangers that I don't know. Their first language is English, so I felt a little bit unconfident to talk with them. I was afraid that I made some mistakes, and because I did not know them much, so I was a little bit shy. Creative thinking. My strength is that I can generate new ideas as I pursue my interest. Once I played with my toy bricks and the puzzles. Then I came up with the idea that what about I doing my physical modules for my art portfolio in such a way. So I break down the design into many small parts and then combine them together, just like what I played with the puzzles. And my weakness is that I can preserve over the short term to develop my ideas, but not go long term. Once I took a fancy to the watercolor painting, and I learned on the TikTok and other softwares. And however, when I created my own, I found it was not as beautiful as I imagined. So I quit that. Social responsibility. My strength is that I do volunteer work and social practice all the time. In Maple Leaf, I participated university fair as a volunteer. And in the student union, we went to the Fengjin town to visit elderly people together. And I also went to underground station in West Nanjing Road to tell the passengers how to get to the place they want to go. And I also went to the China Youth Public Welfare for Agriculture. And here are some pictures. Awareness and responsibility. My strength is that I have lots of strategies to find peace in stressful times. I think it is normal to be upset or sad in our lives, but it is important to find a good way to release the stress. So if I feel not good, I would eat delicious food like sweet food or like playing video games. It helped me to be happier, or when my emotion get really bad, I would cry or shout in the pillow so I can release the negative emotion and do not bother others. My weakness is that I am lack of awareness of time management and exercise. Because when doing my assignments, I may wait until the last day to start it. And for the exercise, I don't really move during the week. Skills and fear. When I look back of what abilities and hobbies that I developed in Maple Leaf and outside Maple Leaf, I find out that I'm not good at making physical and digital modules, delivering speech, writing scripts, acting, and using Photoshop and illustration. And the pictures below, one is that when I play a drama in the Chinese drama festival, and the other one is the physical module I did in the winter camp. My weakness is the afraid of loneliness. When I go to the university abroad, my family and friends will not stay with me, and I have not experienced or imagined life like that. So this is one of the biggest fear that I need to conquer. It is both physical and mental. If I need a person to hug, that person may be on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. And if I need to talk with somebody to share my experience, my emotion, that person may be sleeping. That time may be the midnight. Now move to SMART goals. I have set up 3 new goals that make reference to my weakness I mentioned earlier. The first one is I would like to find a job such as an English teacher or reception in summer vacation for 2 months. It is specific because I mentioned the kind of job, an English teacher or reception. It is measurable because if I found a job, then achieve my goal. And it is available because there are many job recruitment opportunities near my home in the community. It is relevant because I said before my weakness is that I was afraid to talk or communicate with strangers. And it is timely because I said it is in the summer vacation. The duration is 2 months. And here are the 3 steps. Step 1, I will download the job recruitment apps and apply on them. Or I will physically go to the company and ask for a job. And step 2 is to prepare my CV and the interview. And in that step, I will get to know the basic information about the company and the position. And step 3 is just go to work and be responsible and follow the schedule. The second one is I would like to swim once a week in the summer. It is specific because the kind of exercise is specific, I said swimming, and it's measurable is that if I complete the goal that I swim once a week, then achieve it. It is available because there is a new swimming pool opened beside my home. And it's relevant because I mentioned before I was lack of the awareness of doing exercise. So I'm trying to develop this awareness. And it's timely because the duration is 3 months because I said in the summer is from July to September. Here are the 3 steps. Step 1 is go to the swimming pool and buy a card or the tickets. Step 2 is prepare all the swimming equipment such the suit, goggles, and cap. Step 3 is just follow the goal, go to swim every Saturday. The third one is I would like to practice all housework, including cleaning, washing, cooking, and purchasing daily necessities and approved by my mom before I go abroad. It is specific because I mentioned the kind of housework like cleaning, washing, cooking, and purchasing. It is measurable because if all my work was approved by my mom, then I succeed. It is available because I live in a house and there's a lot of housework available. It is relevant because I said I was afraid that my friends and family did not live with me, so the first thing I should do is to be more independent, so it can help me to be more independent. It is timely because I set the deadline. The deadline is before I go abroad. Step 1 is to figure out all the kind of housework I should do and go to search for the strategies to do that well. And step 2 is to practice them one by one. And step 3 is to let my mom to check all my work. Now moves to the third part, university plans. Plan A is University College London, UCL. Plan B is the University of Melbourne. Basically, both universities have the major I would like to study, which is architectural design. For the offer acceptance rate, the University of Melbourne is much higher than UCL. So the major I would like to study in UCL is the engineering and architectural design and ENG, and it asks for 90% of 5 academic grade 12 subjects, and that including calculus 12 and physics 12. And for Melbourne, it only needs 83%, and there is not a specific subject required. The score for the IELTS test is the same, but for Melbourne, I can use my English 12 score to apply, so I do not need an IELTS score. And for UCL, it also needs an art portfolio, but Melbourne does not need that. So basically, for the offer acceptance rate and for the admission requirement, Melbourne is much easier to apply in my perspective, so this is my plan B. Move to location. So there is not a non-stop flight from Shanghai to either London or Melbourne. So when I go to London, I need to first go to Helsinki. It's the capital of Finland, and then I go to London. and it is similar with the situation in for Melbourne. And for the campus, they are both easy to go around. There are bus or the underground in near the campus in the downtown, and there are a lot of shops, stores, and like hospitals or police stations. So both of them are good. Then the cost, both of them are not that good. They are expensive, especially for international students. It is expensive to eat in the restaurant, so if you cook by yourself, it's much cheaper. So it's about £300 per month in London. And for the accommodation, the University of Melbourne is cheaper than UCL. The official language of both countries are English, and both universities use English to teach, so they are good. And for the climate, because the University of Melbourne is on the south part of the earth, so it is like the opposite season with China, with Shanghai. The temperatures in each season is not a big difference within the two cities, but London, there are more rains and there are more sunshine in Melbourne, but I love rainy days, so I think I am more a London city type of person. Why I choose those two universities as my plan A and plan B? Because many of my schoolmates, my friends, will go to those two universities. So in this case, there will at least maybe 3 or 4 friends around me. So I think that is a good thing for me. Okay, the last one is online learning. First one is video editing. I know more about the video editing apps, like the automatic subtitles or the effects, or how to like mix the song with the pictures better. Like the first screenshot is my Chinese art homework to let us recall our 3 years high school memory. So I mix the song with the pictures quite well. And second one is for the graduation ceremony. I record a video, and or the lighting and the subtitles, I edit them by myself. And third one is my first study homework, is about the video of the lockdown period, how I shop. Next one is cooking. All the dish I show on the slide is done by myself. I think although most of them are for my food study classes, but there is a huge difference between taking it at school and home, because I need to do it by myself. Mr. Lau cannot go to my home and says, now you should open the heat, now you should add some salt. So this is one thing that make me look more independent. Yeah. The last one is stay alone, because during online learning, I can't have classes physically with my friends and teacher. I cannot spend the time after school with them. For most of the time, I stayed alone. So I know how to spend time with myself, how to kill the time. And I also found out that I can learn a lot of things. I can use the internet, use the social medias. So I think that is a big progress. That's all of my presentation, my capstone project. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.